Hello everyone, welcome to the course on chemistry. In this video, we will start with a new concept in the chemistry, that is hydrocarbons. So one of the very important chapter in the chemistry and contains lots of basic things related to organic chemistry, and also this is very useful in second PUC also. So go through all the concepts that are explained in this video and make sure you have clearly understood the concepts that you will study in this chapter. So let's begin with what does hydrocarbons means. In the name itself, it suggests hydrocarbon. So hydro indicates hydrogen and carbon. So here hydrocarbons are the compounds containing carbon and hydrogen only. So whenever we consider any compound, if that compound consists of hydrogen and carbon only, then such type of compounds are said to be hydrocarbons. Now, why we need to study the hydrocarbons? Is there any use of hydrocarbons in our day-to-day life, or whether we will use these hydrocarbons in our day-to-day life? That is the question. So if I consider one of the simplest example of hydrocarbon, that is gasoline or petrol. The petrol or gasoline we will use in our day-to-day life, in everyday life, to run the automobiles or any kind of vehicle. So that is also one of the hydrocarbon, gasoline or petrol. If I take the compressed natural gas, so CNG, that is the natural gas which emits or which causes less pollution. This compressed natural gas mainly consists of one of the hydrocarbon, that is methane, that is also nowadays used in automobiles. And another, the very basic thing that we are using in our day-to-day life is LPG, that is liquefied petroleum gas. This liquefied petroleum gas mainly consists of butane along with ethane and propane. The major component in the LPG is butane, and this is also the nothing but a hydrocarbon. Nowadays, there is another kind of hydrocarbon that we are using, that is LNG. We will expand it as liquefied natural gas. So liquefied natural gas, that is also using to run the heavy vehicles like truck and buses or trains or ships. So these are some examples of hydrocarbons that we are using in our day-to-day life. Along with these, the hydrocarbons are also used in many fields like organic dyes and their intermediates, and in pharmaceuticals and personal care products also we are using. Okay, so different kinds of hydrocarbons are used in different fields that we will observe in our surroundings. So thus it is necessary to study about the hydrocarbons. So now let us see how these hydrocarbons are classified. So first, the hydrocarbons is mainly classified into three types. Those are saturated hydrocarbons, unsaturated hydrocarbons, and aromatic hydrocarbons. Again, the saturated hydrocarbons, they are further said to be alkanes. Okay, and unsaturated hydrocarbons, they are classified into alkenes and alkynes. There are two types in unsaturated hydrocarbons. And in aromatic hydrocarbons, we will see the benzenoid and non-benzenoid aromatic hydrocarbons. So this is how we will classify the hydrocarbons into different types. So first we will focus on the three types of hydrocarbons. Those are saturated, unsaturated and aromatic. So let's see what does saturated hydrocarbons means. The saturated hydrocarbons contain carbon-carbon and carbon-hydrogen single bonds. If we consider any compound, in that compound, if there is a presence of only single bonds between the carbon-carbon as well as carbon-hydrogen, then such a kind of hydrocarbons are said to be saturated hydrocarbons. And if different carbon atoms are joined together to form open chain of carbon atoms with single bonds, then they are termed as alkanes. So if I consider a carbon-carbon atom, so if we arrange these carbon-carbon atoms in a linear chain or in a straight chain or in a branched chain, which is said to be a open chain, which is not a closed chain, it is a open chain. And if we link the carbon atoms through a open chain, then it is termed as alkane. These are said to be alkanes. Okay. And if carbon atoms form a closed chain or a ring, then they are termed as cycloalkanes. Here are the examples for alkanes as well as cycloalkanes. Here you can observe in methane there will be this straight chain, means the closed chain is not present, open chain is there. And also in case of ethane, here also carbon-carbon are linked to form straight chain and hence it is also considered as alkane. Now in second case, if you observe cyclopropane, here the CH2, 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 these are linked with each other and form a closed chain or a ring, and such kind of compounds are said to be cycloalkanes. And remember, in all these molecules, the bond which is formed is single bond and thus they are termed as saturated hydrocarbons. Okay, so saturated hydrocarbons, they are nothing but alkanes, and in that if open chain is there, we will simply term them as alkanes, and if the closed chain is there, then they are said to be cycloalkanes. Next, move to the second type of hydrocarbon, that is unsaturated hydrocarbons. So unsaturated hydrocarbons means here the carbon-carbon bonds, they may contain multiple bonds, means there may be presence of double or triple bond in the compound. Then such kind of hydrocarbons are said to be unsaturated hydrocarbons. So if there is a presence of single bond between the carbon-carbon and carbon-hydrogen, they are saturated. If there is a presence of the multiple bond, that is double or triple bond, then they are said to be unsaturated hydrocarbons. And here, depending upon multiple bond, they are further classified as alkenes and alkynes. Now we have said the multiple bond is there. Then there are two possibilities. There may be presence of double bond or there may be presence of triple bond. Based on that, we will classify into alkenes and alkynes. If there is a presence of the double bond between any one of the carbon-carbon bond, then such kind of hydrocarbons are unsaturated and they are particularly named as alkenes. Okay, so here you can see the example of ethene. Ethene, it consists of C double bond C. In between C and H, that is carbon and hydrogen, you have observed the single bonds, but there is at least one double bond should be present in order to call it as alkenes. So here it consists of double bond and hence it is said to be alkenes. So example is ethene. There are number of alkenes are there. So if there is a presence of triple bond, then such type of compounds are said to be alkynes. So if at least one triple bond is there between carbon and carbon, then it is said to be alkynes. An example for that is ethane. So here we can observe the structure of ethane where C linked with another C by triple bond. So thus it will act as alkyne. So these are the two types of unsaturated hydrocarbons which are classified on the basis of the multiple bonds which are present between them. So double bond is there, then it is said to be alkenes. If triple bond is there, then it is said to be alkynes. So remember these things. Then the next type of hydrocarbon is aromatic hydrocarbons. Here aromatic hydrocarbons are a special type of cyclic compounds. So these are consist of a closed or ring chain, but again in that only there is a particular special type of characteristics are exhibited by these hydrocarbons, and we will discuss about these in detail in upcoming classes. So just remember aromatic hydrocarbons, these are the another kind of hydrocarbons which consist of special type of cyclic compound, and examples for them is benzene and naphthalene. So here these are the two examples for hydrocarbon which is aromatic. So this is all about the classification of the hydrocarbons. Those are saturated, unsaturated and aromatic hydrocarbons. Remember these things. Now let's study about the first kind of hydrocarbon, that is alkanes, which is a saturated hydrocarbon. So alkanes are saturated open chain hydrocarbons containing carbon-carbon single bonds. And here the first member of this alkane family is methane, CH4. Means the alkanes, they start with a one carbon containing compound, that is methane, which is surrounded by 4 hydrogen atoms, and it is usually found, the methane gas is found in coal mines and marshy places. Here you can observe the marshy place. In such kind of places the methane gas is produced, as well as in coal mines also we will get the methane gas. So this is the structure where each carbon is surrounded by 4 hydrogen atoms. This is the first member of alkane family. Then if we consider the methane molecule again, if we replace one of the hydrogen atom by CH3, that is methyl group, then we will get the second member of the alkane family, that is ethane. Generally we can represent or write it as CH4, the H is replaced by CH3 to give C2H6, that is ethane, second member of the family. Again if we replace any other hydrogen atom in the ethane and it is replaced by CH3, then it will form the third member of the alkane family. So that process takes place as our requirement. So this is how, by replacing the hydrogen atoms, we will get the higher alkanes. Okay. And these alkanes are also known as paraffins. So paraffins, why they are called as paraffins? Here this paraffin term is obtained from or derived from Latin word that is param, little, affinis or affinity. So here these alkanes are inert under normal conditions because they do not react with acids, bases and other reagents. So inert means they are less affinity, having less affinity to react with the other reagents, and thus they are said to be paraffins, which means less affinity to react with the other compounds or elements. So that's why alkanes are said to be paraffins. If we want to react those alkanes with other reagents, we have to change the conditions in which the reaction taking place. So they will undergo reaction with the other reagents. So remember this. The alkanes have general formula CnH2n plus 2. If they give any compound and ask you to find whether the given compound is alkane or alkene or alkyne, then by using this CnH2n plus 2 formula, we will find whether it is alkane or not. So if it satisfies this formula, then it is said to be alkanes. So here they have given the alkane methane first member, carbon is 1, formula is CH4 and structure is like this. So methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, these are the first 5 members of the alkane family. Still, as the number of carbon atoms increases, they will form the hexane, heptane, octane, so on. So higher alkanes will be formed. Next we shall study the structure of methane. So methane, it has the tetrahedral structure, and the carbon which is present in methane is having sp3 hybridization. So here you can observe the carbon, it is surrounded by 4 hydrogen atoms, and the bond angle between these bonds is said to be 109.5 degree. So in tetrahedral structure, the bond angle is 109.5 degree and the bond length is 1.09 angstrom. So remember the structure of the methane. So this is all for now. In next video, we will discuss about the nomenclature and isomerism of alkanes.